We all have those cringe-worthy moments when we say the wrong thing. There is no way to get around it. It's just going to happen. But you can alleviate some of the worst ones by planning ahead. And I know you're going to say, well, but I'm just talking to somebody. Yeah, but anymore, it's almost like people plan conversations. If you text, of course you can look at what you're saying, you can edit what you're saying, but when you're going to have a conversation with somebody, it's harder unless you plan the conversation, which these days that happens a lot. You text someone and you say, okay, let's meet up here or there in an hour. Or you say, hey, can you call me at 5? I got a meeting until then, call me then. So you know when you're going to talk to somebody, when you're going to see them. And even if you run into somebody on the street, always have in the back of your mind parameters. Okay, when I meet Susie, don't talk about blah, blah, blah. She's sensitive about that. So always have that in the back of your mind. And do this graph in your head. Okay, Susie is sensitive about this and this. Joe is sensitive about that, and don't bring that up because this and this happened to him. So you have it in your head that whenever you run across these people, not to bring up certain things. Also, say you want to talk to someone about something maybe sensitive and you need to bring it up, but you don't want to hurt their feelings. And this has come up spontaneously. You can say something like, how can I put this? To give yourself a beat, a breather, a way to think in your head about what to say, how to say it. And then you think about how you would want to receive this information. And you would be surprised, like what a second will make. Just take a deep breath. Well, how am I going to put this? How do I say this? And while you're saying it in your head, think of how it's going to come across. But even with all the planning, even if you take a breath and you think about what you're going to say, it's still, sometimes things come out. Don't be afraid to say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. I didn't mean that. Okay, that is not how I meant this to come out. I did not mean to say it that way. Let me rephrase this. And people will understand. Yeah, maybe they're mad for a minute, but once you say, okay, look, oh my gosh, that came out totally wrong. This is how I meant to say it. I still look back on cringeworthy moments. I had one just the other day. I've been trying to call everyone, seeing how everyone is during this pandemic. Called to my friend. He's a pastor in Texas. And he was telling me how his nephew hasn't had a job in a year. And I'm like, oh no. And then I thought, oh, my son just got a job. Oh no. That's like rubbing it in his face. I didn't mean that. It just came to my mind when he was talking about his nephew job hunting. That made me think of, we had just been, I'm just helping him job hunt and he found a job. And so it came to mind and I didn't mean it to come out like that. So my point is, we're always doing that. We're always saying the wrong thing to the wrong people. And then also with my pastor friend, I'm worried about saying certain things that I might, talk to a more liberal friend about, but I wouldn't talk to him about. It's just different people. You have different subjects that you can talk about. And you might be, looser with what you say to a certain person as opposed to someone else who's maybe more conservative. And it's great to have all kinds of friends, all different spectrums, all different lifestyles. But you have to be careful. You don't want to offend people. You don't want to say the wrong thing. But also, you want to be able to talk freely and openly. And you don't want to just talk about the weather. So if you're going to be opinionated and you're going to have interesting conversations, you're going to say the wrong thing. It's okay. Just stop, say, didn't mean it to come out like that. So sorry. Let me start again. And if this is a good friend, they're going to get it.